Now when you watch this David Bowie video game clip from the game Omicron Nomad Soul, you will see that it illustrates the complete narrative of what is going on today in this world, and it should prove to you the existence of magic through language and intent. All people use language to produce their own reality, but so do organizations, institutions, and the agendas in which they want to make real in this world. Hence why the variant is called Omnicron, because you will be a moron if you buy into it, because you will be sacrificing your life to the digital entrapment of humanity. This is what the occult meaning, for example, of abracadabra means, which in translation is you create what you speak. So watch this clip. It will probably freak you out a little bit, but if you can see where I'm coming from, you'll understand.
Wake up, people of Omicron. Reshev and his corrupt government are lulling you to sleep in order to control you better. They have transformed you into puppets that are manipulated by X and the demons. Join the awakened ones and rise up to fight for your freedom. Together, we can win.
So here you are, the stranger in Omicron, conqueror of demons. Dagobah told me much about your exploits. You're not the first video game player to get your soul trapped in this dimension, but you're certainly the first to stay alive so long. They're now in Astaroth's reservoir of souls. Better to die 1,000 deaths than end up there. Astaroth was locked up in a cage for thousands of years by Cuchulainn, the hero of the Cobalt Wars. Now that he's free, the demon needs to build up his power again, because it dwindled over the centuries. To do so, he needs souls. Thousands of souls. He derives his power from suffering souls. They endure infinite tortures in the reservoir. It is this endless suffering that will enable him to recover his former power. The souls here are grey and withered. You can't get much power from them. The juiciest souls are in your dimension. Astaroth created the video game called Omicron in order to capture them, the game you're playing at this very moment. He uses Omicron to attract souls. He asks players to put their spirit into a body in order to enter our dimension. As soon as the soul has come here, it only takes a demon to catch it and take it to Astaroth, who condemns it for all eternity, which very nearly happened to you. No, unfortunately. As long as your soul is a prisoner in Omicron, you run the risk of being caught by a demon and thrown into the reservoir. The only way to save your soul is to kill Astaroth, but nobody knows where he hides, not to mention how to go about killing him. Let me think. There might be a way to find out more about Astaroth. There's an old parchment that comes from the Cobalt Wars. It mentions Astaroth. Perhaps it says something about how to destroy the demon. The parchment is in the central library of Omicron under strict guard at the top of the pyramid. Go to the library and gather together all the information you can find on Astaroth. The survival of your soul is at stake. Legate Reshev protects everything that dates from the Cobalt Wars. He still hopes to discover some secrets of the ancient art. All access to these documents is forbidden. The library is in the Lahore sector. You'll need a pass to get there. You'll find one somewhere in this house. I placed Jenna at the head of Phalanx 5 to replace Namtar the traitor. I asked her to give you all the help you need. Something tells me you can help us achieve our goal. An old legend recounts that only a nomad soul can hunt the demons out of Omicron. You may be the one we have been waiting for. I must go. Now the binary tides are turning. May Vigrimuka guide your steps. The inhabitants of Omicron are now awakened. The trusts have been destroyed. The last skirmishes are ending in the streets. We have had an extraordinary victory, which our descendants will recount from generation to generation, and we owe this victory to you, Nomad Soul. You helped us win back our freedom. For us all, you are now a legendary hero, like Cuchulainn before you. I shall try to take on material form again and leave this accursed network that has kept me prisoner for centuries. Thank you for all you have done for us, Nomad Soul. I'll never forget you.
What is the intention of Omicron to bring about or do if successful upon the masses? Its intent is to forward the development of whether the global agenda is successful or not, which is to digitize humanity. Trap humanity inside a digital prism, which is to make human freedom dependent on whether you have a digital jab passport or the Internet of Bodies, or that which is trapped inside this agenda, etc., etc. And that is what Omicron's purpose is, to continue the plan and process of ever stepping closer and closer to that point of digital singularity, whereby mankind becomes, or at least believes in this dependency on a form of digital authentication to continue on living, or to be accepted in living in society, or be given the right to live life itself. The nomad soul, on the other hand, is the type of soul which is capable of breaking this form of tyranny and control on its own people. Because the nomad, if given a tarot interpretation, is the perfect duality of the fool and the magician. The fool is the opposite of that which would submit to that which limits life to stagnation and comfort. This is the risk taker, being completely open to experience, not afraid of death or harm, the true beauty of a curious mind open to the complete experience of life, to take risk and to start something new to experience no matter what the situation is, to allow the experience of life to guide them forth with complete acceptance of reality. And of course the magician being the card of originality, creation, confidence, individuality, willpower and initiative. This is the nomad soul, and that which overcomes the powers that be, which desire to restrict and castrate the experience of life itself into something else. To live out the life of this archetypal energy of the nomad soul is to be that which is completely good, a symbol of love, to be a living and breathing symbol that disempowers the influence of evil in this world which we see today. That to be free, one has to live free.